There are teachings so ancient, so universal, that they appear in places you would never expect. Buddhism and Freemasonry, two worlds separated by time, culture, and tradition, share a hidden message that has guided seekers for centuries. The search for the secret hidden light. This light is not a myth, not a symbol carved in stone, not a secret locked behind doors. It is the light of awakening. The moment the mind becomes clear, and you finally see yourself, your life, and your purpose without distortion. If you've ever felt that life holds more than what you've been told, if you've sensed a deeper truth pulsing just beneath the surface, you're exactly where you need to be. Welcome to Buddha Unfiltered, where ancient wisdom meets the modern seeker, without filters, without dogma, and without limits. Before we begin, take a moment to comment and share where in the world you're listening from. Your presence helps grow this community of seekers, and we truly appreciate it. This audiobook, The Secret Hidden Light, Buddhism, Freemasonry, and the Path to Inner Awakening, reveals the unexpected parallels between Eastern meditation and Western initiation, showing how both traditions guide the seeker toward the same destination: self-mastery, clarity, inner transformation. Let us begin. Before we dive deeper, take a moment to comment and share what drew you to this topic: Buddhism, Freemasonry, or both. Your insight shapes future Buddha Unfiltered audiobooks. Chapter 2: The Buddha and the Builder. Every path of inner transformation begins with a question. A quiet moment when a seeker looks inward and realizes, there must be more. For Siddhartha Gautama, that realization came when he stepped outside the palace walls and saw suffering for the first time. For a Mason, it begins with the decision to knock, to ask for entrance, to symbolically seek light. Two journeys, two seekers, one inner calling. Buddhism describes the Buddha as the architect of the mind, not a builder of monuments, but a builder of awareness, shaping clarity, compassion, and understanding. Freemasonry calls its members builders, not of temples, but of character, of integrity, of moral strength. In Buddhism, the mind is the tool. In Masonry, the tools are symbols of the mind: the square, honest self-reflection; the compass, moral boundaries; the level, equality; the plumb, alignment with truth. In Buddhism, the same lessons appear, not in metal, but in meditation, ethics, and insight. Two languages, one work, to build yourself into someone awake. The Buddha urges the seeker to strip away illusion. Masonry urges the initiate to refine the rough stone into a perfect ashlar. Both ask the same question: who are you when no one is watching? Two roads, one destination: mastery of the self. Chapter 3: The Temple Within. True wisdom is never found outside. Not in a monastery, not in a lodge, not in a book or a ritual, because the real temple has always been the same: your own mind. In Buddhism, the body and mind are the vessel of awakening. Meditation is how you enter this inner temple, sitting, observing, and learning to see clearly. Freemasonry teaches the same truth through symbol: the Temple of Solomon, the Lodge of Initiation, all metaphors for the human being. Its pillars are inner strengths. Its chambers are states of consciousness. Its architecture mirrors the psyche. When you close your eyes to meditate, you step inside your inner lodge, a space where silence becomes the teacher, and attention becomes the guide. Both traditions agree. Ritual is not the point. Meditation is not the point. Transformation is the point. The temple is not a place. It is a state of being. This chapter reminds you, you are already standing inside the temple. Chapter 4: The 3 Degrees and the 3 Trainings. Transformation is not random, not accidental, not spontaneous. Every true path unfolds in stages. Freemasonry has the 3 degrees: entered apprentice, fellow craft, master mason. Buddhism has the 3 trainings: sila, moral discipline; samadhi, concentration; panna, wisdom. Different words, same structure. The apprentice learns discipline, mirroring sila. Before awakening, the mind must be steady and honest. The fellow craft develops understanding. Aligned with samadhi, concentration sharpens, clarity grows. The master mason undergoes symbolic death and rebirth. Mirroring panna, ego dissolves. Wisdom arises. Neither path allows skipping steps. No one leaps from confusion to enlightenment. You build yourself brick by brick, moment by moment. This is how the rough stone becomes polished. This is how the mind awakens. This is how the seeker becomes the master. Both traditions teach the same truth. You cannot change your life until you first change yourself. Before we continue this journey, take a moment to comment and share which idea has stood out to you the most so far. Was it the Buddha as the architect of the mind, the inner temple, the stages of transformation? Your reflections help shape future Buddha unfiltered audiobooks and deepen our community of seekers. Chapter 5: Symbols, Signs, and Silent Knowledge. Human beings have always used symbols to speak truths that words cannot contain. A hand gesture, a circle, a triangle, a seated figure, compass, a square. Symbols are not secrets. They're shortcuts. They point beyond the surface, into something deeper. In Buddhism, symbols are everywhere. The lotus rising pure from muddy water. The Dharma wheel turning with the motion of truth. The mudras, each one a doorway into a state of mind. In Freemasonry, symbols are tools. The twin pillars of strength and stability. The blazing star of inner illumination. The trowel, the level, the compass. All metaphors for self-discipline and moral construction. Different alphabets, different cultures. One purpose: to transmit wisdom silently to those ready to understand. A mandala is not decoration. It is an invitation. A tracing board is not a picture. It is a meditation. The untrained eye sees ornament. The seeker sees instruction. Because symbols do not hide truth. They reveal it, but only to the one who looks inward. Chapter 6: The Master Within Ego, Death, and Rebirth. Every true path of transformation contains a moment of death. Not physical death, but the death of who you used to be. Buddhism teaches the dissolution of the ego, the unraveling of the identity we cling to, out of fear and habit. Freemasonry teaches this through ritual, the symbolic death of the self, and the raising into a new life of understanding. Both paths insist on the same truth. You cannot awaken while clinging to the old version of yourself. The ego fears silence, so meditation confronts it. The ego fears truth, so symbols challenge it. The ego fears change, so ritual guides it. When the ego loosens its grip, something remarkable happens. You experience a quiet inner rebirth, a moment when you realize you are not the stories, not the wounds, not the masks you've worn. You are something deeper, something still, something luminous. This is the raising in Masonry. This is the awakening in Buddhism. Different words, one experience. A return to your true nature. Chapter 7: The Compass and the Middle Way. If one symbol bridges these two traditions beautifully, it is the Mason's compass. The compass draws boundaries, not around others, but around oneself. Teaches moderation, self-restraint, inner balance, and this resonates directly with Buddhism's most essential principle, the middle way. Before enlightenment, the Buddha explored extremes. Pleasure, asceticism, both failed. Only balance, not indulgence, not deprivation, opened the door to awakening. The compass teaches the same truth. A measured life, a steady inner line. The middle way asks, where are you tight? Where are you loose? Where can you soften? Where must you strengthen? Both traditions agree. You cannot walk the path if you do not walk with balance. Balance is not a belief. It is a practice, a daily returning to center. Chapter 8: The Great Architect and the Dharma. At the surface, Buddhism and Freemasonry use different language to describe the universe. Buddhism speaks of Dharma, natural law, the truth of reality, the structure behind all things. Freemasonry speaks of the great architect of the universe, a principle of order, intelligence, and design. But look deeper, and you see unity. Dharma is not a creator. It is the way things are. The laws that govern suffering and liberation, causes and effects, harmony and chaos. The great architect is not necessarily a deity. It is a symbol of structure, pattern, universal intelligence. Two metaphors, one message. The universe is guided by order, that the awakened mind can understand. To see Dharma is to see truth. To follow the great architect is to live in harmony with moral law. Both ask the same question: are you living in alignment with truth or resisting it? Awakening is not about belief, but about understanding the principles that quietly shape your life. Chapter 9: The Lodge of Silence. Meditation and ritual. Every deep tradition includes silence, because silence is not empty, it is revealing. In Buddhism, meditation opens the unfiltered mind. You sit, you breathe, thoughts rise and fall, patterns appear, truth emerges naturally. In Freemasonry, ritual creates the same environment. The dim lodge, the symbolic atmosphere, lowered voices, intentional movement, different methods, same purpose, to quiet the noise, so the inner light can be seen. Meditation is ritual. Ritual is meditation. One uses breath. One uses symbol. Both use silence. Only in silence can a person truly see themselves. Only in silence can transformation begin. The meditator and the initiate both learn the answers you seek are already within you. Chapter 10: Brotherhood and Sangha. No one awakens alone. Buddhism names the three jewels: the Buddha, the Dharma, the Sangha, the community. The Sangha is essential. Even the Buddha created a community because awakening requires reflection, support, and accountability. Freemasonry expresses this through brotherhood, not as a social club, but as a circle of seekers, committed to inner refinement. A Mason stands among symbolic brothers, each one a mirror, reflecting virtues, revealing flaws, softening pride, guiding growth. The Sangha does the same. The ego prefers isolation. Isolation feels safe. It avoids challenge. But growth requires encounter. Both monk and Mason learn. You rise through others, and others rise through you. A candle does not lose its flame. By lighting another candle, it multiplies the light. This is the power of community. Individual sparks become something bright enough to illuminate the world. Chapter 11: The Hidden Light. Enlightenment and illumination. What is the light both traditions speak of? Buddhism describes enlightenment as seeing reality without distortion, without clinging, fear, or illusion. Masonry describes illumination as the rise of inner wisdom, clarity replacing confusion, insight dissolving ignorance. Different paths. One phenomenon: the mind wakes up, not to supernatural visions, but to the simple truth that was always there. The hidden light is not distant, not reserved for monks or masters, not locked behind robes or rituals. It is the light of awareness, the clarity you feel when you release a long-held resentment. You see through a fear. You witness your own patterns. You realize you've been running from yourself. You finally wake up to your own life. This light is not gained. It is revealed. Like the sun behind clouds, it was always shining. The clouds simply parted. Chapter 12: Walking the Path. Wisdom means nothing if it does not enter your daily life. Buddhism and Freemasonry are not practices for temples or lodges. They are practices for living. Your choices, your habits, your reactions, your honesty, your discipline, your moments of silence. This chapter reveals how to bring both teachings into your everyday experience. 1. Practice ethical discipline. Before wisdom comes morality. Before clarity comes honesty. Ask yourself daily, did I act intentionally? Did I speak truthfully? Did I cause harm through carelessness? Did I dull my mind? Did I take responsibility? The foundation must be solid. 2. Train the mind through stillness. Meditation is non-negotiable. Silence is non-negotiable. Even 5 minutes a day begins shaping the inner lodge. 3. Build awareness through symbols. You don't memorize symbols. You live them. The square, check your motives. The compass, set boundaries. The level, treat all beings equally. The lotus, rise above conditions. The Dharma wheel, actions become outcomes. Symbols become powerful when they become habits. 4. Walk the middle way. Avoid extremes. Avoid emotional swings. Avoid all or nothing thinking. Balance is a moving target. You recenter yourself again and again. 5. Build your inner temple daily. Every thought lays a stone. Every choice places a beam. Every insight shapes a pillar. The temple is built, moment by moment. 6. Seek the light daily. Not dramatic breakthroughs, simple clarity. One breath at a time. This is the real path. Conclusion, the unified path to awakening. As we reach the end of this journey, pause and feel where you are now, compared to where you began. Something has shifted, a spark, clarity, a quiet recognition. That spark is the hidden light, the light every seeker carries, long before they recognize it. Buddhism and Freemasonry use different symbols, rituals, and histories, but at their core they teach the path to awakening is built within. You walk it through discipline, silence, honesty, reflection, community, courage, and humility, but you walk it. No teacher can walk it for you. No lodge can confer it on you. No scripture can hand it to you. Awakening is not given. It is earned. And in that sense, by listening, reflecting, and opening yourself to this journey, you have already begun. The hidden light is not a destination. It is a way of seeing, a way of living, a way of being. Carry this light with you into your relationships, your decisions, your silence, and your future, because the world does not need more noise. It needs more light, and that light begins with you. Thank you for walking this path. Thank you for seeking wisdom, and thank you for being part of Buddha Unfiltered. Your journey does not end here. It begins now.